There we go. All right, looks like we got Coin Collector Ohio in the house. We got Penny Queen. We got Bill Betts. What's up, guys? So this show is really just some stuff that I wanted to kind of pool resources together. Um, a lot of some of the things that we've talked about on my streams, on like blues streams, and like what I feel is a lot of other channels is sorry, just had to prep something. Is just a different areas of resources that we have available. So some people have lists or checklists or just something like that. But what I wanted to do with you guys and anybody else that jumps in, I'm hoping maybe Blues jumps in. Um, maybe Paula if Paula's hanging out. And just see what people would want to find when they are looking for videos on topics of coin collecting, of all the different aspects of coin collecting. Because what I feel like is that there is a lot of videos out there, which is great that there's a ton of videos on all these different topics. But one of the other things I would like to see is I would like to see more playlists with these different topics that are put together. I think playlists is a great aspect for some people um, to once they get in on a topic. Um, that they can reference, say, for example, say that it's the 1982 small date, large date, and being able to tell the difference um, between the two. And so, like, I started putting together videos because everybody learns these types of things differently. So, just to have an open conversation and the different ways that people learn, whether it be via um, via pictures or different ways that somebody can explain it. Because like the 1982 small date large date thing, some people look at the distance between the date and the rim. Well, that's not how I learned it, so that's not how I do it. There is the two, the shape of the two. That's how I learned large date and small date for the 1982. Then there's also the rest of the devices um, that that look differently, and so people learn these things um, differently. So um, yeah, I thought it would be something cool um, to maybe bring up. Hey, Mike, give me 1 second here. Yeah, so for Mike, the 2 is the easiest way to tell the difference. The 2 is the easiest way for me, but, there's a lot of people like, Ken was showing the difference, um, from the distance to the rim, and that's not something that I had even thought about before, but just the way that he explained it, it was one of those things that was like, "Hey, you know what? That's a pretty good example of something to show, um, you know, different ways that people learn." So what I would like to do is I would like to get some people together here. Let me grab my notebook real quick that I threw on the floor because reasons. So, Cajun, I put a link in the YouTuber um, coin community if you would like to come up. I'm seeing if I can get maybe a couple other people um, to jump up. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Cajun. Yeah, Cajun. I do believe. Let me check to see. I'm pretty sure that I have your email. Let me double check real quick. Hey, well, Bill. So, um, do I have Cajun? Do I have Cajun? Do I have Cajun? Yep, I have. I have you, Cajun. Do, do, do. Hey, Frank. Frank, you're welcome to come up on panel if you want. I'm just trying to get to a couple of people here because I think some open conversation would be beneficial. I got to get this to Cajun. Okay, Cajun, you got an email. They're good buddy. So a lot of it is because I don't feel like talking to myself all the time, but but it's all good. Um, so I got some paper, just to take some notes, because that's one of the things that I wanted to do. Um, so the um, um, one of the things that I would like to find out from you guys, I already have some ideas that I've already started putting together, um, but one of the so video playlists. So specifically in the video playlist, one of the things that I wanted to put together was the oh Frank, of course. Do. 1 second, Frank. 1 second, good buddy. One second, good sir. There you go. All right. Alden Davis, good evening, sir. There we go. Okay, so what I started to do is I started to put together, and Brian Hooper, I started putting together playlists. One of the playlists that I put together
Hey,
was the playlist. Hey, is that Frank?
that is me.
That would be Frank. Hey, buddy.
Oh, I gotta hold on. I'm monitoring this for some reason. Get a new microphone.
It sounds clear.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Well, I think it's the same kind. Probably you and Chuck have a new ear or newer, whatever.
Newer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have a toner, but it's the same thing, just a different brand.
Wow.
So, it works.
Yeah, I was looking into those too, but I think I got this on Amazon.
Yeah, I got mine on Amazon too.
Yeah. Prime rules. Anyway, what's going on?
So, what I'm talking about is right now is playlists. So, one of the things that I wanted to put together is playlists off of common common searched items, common questions. So, like, I put together a playlist on the 1982, the different varieties of the 1982, the ways to tell the small dates and the large dates, all of that thing. So, I have a playlist of 9 videos for the 1982. Now, I also started putting together a 1960 small date, large date, which I have 7 videos in that one. So the other thing that I wanted to to have an open conversation about and to ask people in chat is, what are some other types of videos, or what are some of the things that you guys search for when you are looking for like YouTube videos? Like, what other things are you looking for? Because I feel like that there are a ton of videos, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love having a world full of videos.
Well, sure, more is better.
And I would like to have some more organization to it. a little bit more controlled chaos.
Oh God, are you asking even the right person here?
Well, but it's and really the question, the reasons why I'm asking these types of questions is that people will learn differently. So the conversation that we had with Ken last night on I think Blues' channel.
Blues.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Blues.
Yeah,
Hey,
is it Blues? Hey, Cajun. It was on Blues, where he actually was doing the twos for the 1982s, and something he brought up that he showed the difference between the large date and the small date in relation to the rim. So where the small date was, where it is away from the rim, and the large date is basically right next to the rim. And I had never even thought about that. That was
I've
not
never
even
approached it from that. I know what you're talking about too. Yeah, that I was kind of sitting in there for a bit. Yeah, the two itself is what trips me off, but I see where you're coming from about the wanting to have like a compendium of sorts of like like varieties, errors, whatever, in one spot.
Yeah. So if I can, help anyone that that these playlists can be built, can be modified, can be added to, or whatever that
Mhm.
that I think like what we were talking about last night or this morning. I don't really know. All the days blend together.
They do.
um, the the aspect where we as knowledgeable coin uh, aficionados,
Folks.
not coin experts, because I
No,
am
I would never say that.
Yeah, me
um
neither.
but
Not on
but
my part anyway.
I'll I will call some of us, um me excluded, educated coin people. And the educated coin people that then could take, instead of just referencing a website, because not everybody can read or look at pictures and understand what's going on. But if we can link videos, or link, even better, link playlists together, in the responses on Facebook, on MeWe, on these other platforms,
Yes.
that one, it's going to bring them to the YouTube world, the YouTube side of it, but
Mhm.
also it's going to put at their fingertips, say, just sake of example, 7 different ways to tell the difference between a large date and a small date.
Mhm.
And
Right.
that, I think, is going to make a big difference.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Could be a daunting task. Depends. You probably want to keep, if you do put together a playlist.
But it would be subject based. So, like,
Yes.
specifically a playlist on 1982, check.
Okay.
Specifically a playlist on the 1960, check.
True.
Specifically a playlist on the 1970, if I can find that, the 1970 is small large state, check. I could even intertwine some of these where there is just a playlist based off of large and small dates, and just throw all of those into that playlist, because that could also be a playlist all in itself.
True.
So, and but it's so the open forum for for this evening is, what are some other types of playlists and or types of videos that are out there that we can put together for incorporating Ken's coin classes
Mhm.
into those topics, because that is the prime example of a playlist of teaching. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh
What
God, the past 2 years that he's been on, I can't imagine. I can't fathom how many videos he has right now. I haven't looked in a while, but I'm sure it's well over 2,000.
right.
And he's
So
done an absolutely bang up job on every single one of them, especially with the coin class. Um, that was huge, and it drew a lot of people.
mhm,
And he would put it, explain it in, shall I say, layman's terms. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
Barney.
Right.
The word of the day is Barney.
Wow, the word of the
The,
day changes a lot, doesn't it?
the
The word of the day is
purple
Barney.
purple dinosaur. Now, CJ, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Where do you want to put this information out at, on YouTube, or like you said, I missed some of it earlier. Maybe MeWe, YouTube,
Examples.
on make
It,
a
it's
make a separate channel from yours on YouTube that 3 people have access to it, or we send you a link to a video that we would make. That way, you could add it to the playlist.
so originally I had thought about putting this on my channel, but it's going to be one of those things that it is a public playlist. So if you guys want the links to the playlist, you can just go on there and get it, or I can have like a master spreadsheet on stuff that is public anywhere. just so that, because we all have the, the errorref.com copy and paste, the, the coppercoins.com slash 1982 copy and paste, and like, that kind of thing. And I, I would like to see more information other than just, take it to a link. Um, Specifically because like I can read through a website and learn maybe one or two things, because that's not how I learn. How I learn is by having it physically in my hand and me physically coming across it, and then I can apply the knowledge that I have to the coin instead of the coin to the knowledge. So what I would like to do is I would like to put together some, group of playlists, whether it be 10 or 15 or whatever, just, whatever the subjects take us. But the key points in the questions that we ask and the questions that we see, um, to try to put together a group of, of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would say, uh, well, okay. A lot of people know you, CJ, and you could throw extra playlists on your channel. I was thinking about maybe a YouTube channel or something separate that you would be in charge of or whatever. Uh, and then we can make whoever wants to donate a link to a video of theirs, donate it to that playlist, and then name your YouTube channel. Uh, find out about coins, find out about your coins, or
It's just as easy to do like a blog and like lump together, links of videos for YouTube, links of videos from even other sites too.
yeah, something that's public domain that you can copy and paste legally.
You can copy and
You know,
paste it off of anyone's public playlists.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go
And
to the address bar. Boom, done.
yeah.
yeah, and that's the whole point of having the public playlist where, you know,
Right,
videos can be added, pertaining to the subject,
right,
but the
Mm-hmm.
only way to find all of these different videos is to type in 1982 small date and see how many videos you get.
right,
Because if you actually search that, you actually don't get that many playlists, and that's where
right,
I'm coming into that. I personally have an issue, especially when it pertains to information. you know because I like to have stuff organized so that if I'm going to point somebody or have somebody else pointed to a reference, I want that to be, as much information as they want to
right,
do. So specifically in the videos aspect, so stuff like large dates and small dates, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like
right.
the minting process, if I can find any videos on that, stuff like um
69S.
Right.
69s,
Shall we go ahead?
if
I
I
know
can
where you're going.
find like some of the coin classes and stuff from Ken about hub doubling, or so Mike asks the question, what stage collector are you going to be making these lists for? Here's the thing,
All
is
of them.
that it can be anything, because it can be a subject, and it doesn't
Go
have
as
to
deep as
be
you want. Yeah.
beginning, it doesn't have to be medium, it's the subject. Because if we can put together a good group of videos inside of a playlist, it may be because everybody learns a different way. There could be a video that myself or Frank, or Cajun,
Mm-hmm.
or you know or
Ken.
Ken goes back and looks at, and it's the same information that we already know, but sometimes it's taken at a different angle. And then
Presented in a different manner.
yeah, and then
Right.
that way, then we're learning something, even if
I'm
it's the
perfect
same
with that.
information.
Well, as you add a video to a playlist, you can have different playlists. As you add a video to the playlist, and your tag when you edit the video, uh, or going in your video manager and adding a playlist to that video or on YouTube or whatever it is, you just tag that, like say 1982 small date, uh, in there. And when people look up, like when I made a shout out video to you, CJ, one time for the seminar, uh, I tagged your name down in the bottom. And when somebody looks up CJ's Coins and Crafts, they're gonna see on the first in the first YouTube page, they're gonna see you first, some of your videos. Then they're gonna see my video I made for you. So it's gonna be anything that's tagged in that below box in the not the description box, but that tag box. If somebody's looking up and they type almost the same thing or close to it, they'll that video will pop up, or your that
Right,
video that
but
that
you're
thing's
you're
in.
you're missing the point. You're pulling up videos. I want playlists.
Yeah, right. No, but it'll show up on that playlist.
The playlist already has tags. And that's the
Oh,
point, is
okay,
that there are
okay,
tons and tons and tons and tons of videos, but there's not very many playlists putting these groups, these subjects together. And that's what I'm looking to do. So,
right,
I've already spent 4 hours looking at videos for like the 1960, and so far I think I have like 7 videos. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I understand that it's going to take time, but if my small investment of time, or anybody's small investment in time in con, consolidating, conglomerating.
Mm-hmm.
There's another word in there that gets, yeah, I don't know English.
The compendium.
Um,
yeah,
can put together that anyone can reference a link to a playlist instead of individual videos, because then they can go through and say, hey, there is 15 videos on how to tell the difference between the 1982 small date and large date. And one of those 15 videos is going to teach that person how to tell the difference between the large date and the small date.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, different subjects. Because it's specifically because of, just like what Ken was talking about, is the distance to the rim. I had never even never even crossed my mind as
right,
being a
right.
um
See, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it never
in
crossed
an
my mind
attributor.
neither. It never crossed my mind
Oops.
neither about the large date. You can't fit another large date two in between the two in the rim, but you can fit another small date two in between the small date two and the rim. I never knew that neither until Ken brought it up last night when I brought up the subject of the 82.
And with the 82, I knew the difference in like Liberty and In God We Trust, because on the large date they're much thicker, and on the small date they're much finer, they're petite. So I knew that part, and I knew the difference on the two, because that's how I learned on the large date and small date on the 82s, was the two. That's the one that gives it away, and I'm sure that does it for a lot of other people. But like the 1960, holy cow, there are so many different ways to tell the difference between a large date and a small date. That is exactly why, and what I'm trying to avoid is, I'm trying to avoid people fighting over how to tell the difference between a large date and a small date, because and specifically because that actually was happening on a live stream, and I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
believe it. It was like, people can tell the difference on different ways. So on the 1960, it could be the 0, it could be the 6, it could be the 9, it could be like, there's all of these different things, that, and
Mm-hmm.
people just learn it differently, and that's okay. And that's really why, to have, if somebody wants to learn, and they type in, 1960 small date, then a playlist comes up, whether it's mine, whether it's Cajuns, whether it's Coin Dragons, whether it's Laura's. I don't care.
Right.
What
Did y'all
I
see
what
what?
I would like is
Hi, Laura.
to have that playlist
Did you
so
see
that,
that?
yeah.
That's a roll of 1960 D small dates. BU bank wrap, Fed Bank roll.
To have that playlist so that they can watch 2 or 3 videos and find out which way helps them learn, whatever way that they learn. It could be a video that I do, it could be a video that Frank does, and they say, hey, the way that Frank explains it, I like this. Then you know what? They are going to look for and be able to subscribe to those channels, and to draw people to those channels that have those types of information. So it's really it would be a benefit regardless on who has the playlist and who has the videos.
Right.
And that's why that I really want this as an open forum. And the things that I'm looking for is the subjects in which to build these playlists. So,
I'm focused with
and
you.
what's up?
I think it's a great idea. I'm focused with you.
Yeah, it's just because that's always been my personal thing, is that, yeah, I can have a search page of 42 videos on one thing, but that doesn't mean that that it's going to give me actually good information. Because like
Right.
one of them that I was looking through just had a video of this guy saying, here's a coin, it's a small date, here's a coin, this is a large date, and it was like 5 minutes long. And I'm like, what the crap is this?
Yeah.
Like, that didn't teach me squat.
Yeah.
It didn't say anything. Well, I know the difference between small and large date, but that's not the point. Is that the the information of you know, looking at the way that the 9 points for the 70, the way that the 6 rolls over for the 60, the shape of the 2 on the 82, the shape of the 0 on the 60. Is it an egg or is it a circle? Like all of those different kinds of things that I would love to put together, because I would love for those videos, those playlists, those channels to be represented, in that kind of light. And because there are people out there that are um, just searching 1982 penny,
Mhm.
right? And they're just going to get anything talking or tagged about a 1982 penny. Well,
99% of which will be nothing that they're looking for.
exactly.
Totally with you.
So,
Boudreaux went to the shack today and got a strawberry dac.
So some of the subjects that I have are obviously the 1982, the 1960, the 1970. I have one that is going to be machine doubling versus double die. Is there any other ones that you guys on the quote unquote panel, or you guys in chat, that you can think of, that if you are doing a search on some coin or some variety, like, we will all have searched for something at one point of time or another, that is going to fit really well into a group of informational,
Yeah.
instructional videos.
Roadrunner threw up a couple of good names actually earlier. Blue Ridge Silverhound, he's one of them. The old coin op videos that Dustin used to do. I
Yep,
mean,
I've pulled those in,
okay, awesome, perfect.
but what I'm looking for is the subjects.
And let's see, coin help for you. Yeah, they do a lot of the educational stuff too. I'm gonna start leaning more towards that myself.
Yeah, Daniel, he's good.
Besides, the air and variety stuff, I'm gonna start a guitar channel. I got like too many projects in my head right now. But well, if you need like assistance or anything like that, always just give me a shout.
Subjects. What I'm looking for is subjects.
Oh,
So,
just plain subjects? Oh, I can
yeah,
do that too.
yeah, that's
Oh,
that's what I'm trying to go for right now.
All right, I
Is
got you. I thought you
what
were looking
type
for
of
the.
subjects have either you guys on the panel or anybody in chat? Hello, Hidden. Hello, Melissa. That if you guys have searched for something because you came across
Okay.
something or whatever, and you did a search for a topic, right? You typed in something. What was that something, and what kind of results did you guys get
Okay.
from that?
I got one right now. Legit versus fake clips.
right. Plancha clips you're talking about.
That's a real tough one
Clipped planchet, perfect.
that a lot of people have a hard time. Even sometimes that even the fakes will fool. Somebody as experienced as myself or anybody else.
Mike Badger,
24/7.
2 cent, small and large logo. That's a great one.
Good one. Oh, you get a CPG, don't you, CJ?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to send you a couple pictures I took of this 66 2 cent. Come to think of it.
And today I ordered the authoritative reference because I keep on coming across 2 centers, and I can tell by the date that it's an RPD,
Oh yeah,
and I know what it is. I just don't have an immediate reference for it, and
yeah.
that
This
bothers me.
one's got it too. Definitely the last six in the date, but the reverse, the two, is just starkly doubled.
Okay. So
I've got
It's an AU
I've got
coin too, by the way.
I've got something here. I don't know if I put it in my error storage box or what.
broad strikes
Uh,
and die clash, beautiful.
I don't know what this is. Here it is. This is weird. Uh, I've heard of straight clips. The planchets. I don't know if somebody was tweaking and it is. Let me see what year this is. This is an 89 Denver.
Frank, silver nitrate is.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that?
Yes, I did. But
Okay,
thank you.
cool. All right.
You see that, CJ? Front.
I see a dark spot.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
You can't do it
'cause
with
I
the
put
light
it
behind you.
because I put it behind the paper.
yeah, but no.
Look the shape of it.
It's oblong.
It's not pressed. It's missing. It's a Lincoln cent. It's missing on this side of the coin. I've never brought it up before. I've been having it, I don't know, a couple, 3 months now. I should have sent it to you, CJ, to get your opinion on it.
Yeah,
When,
that light behind you is doing you no favors, bud.
yeah, that's my fluorescent
Kitchen
light
light.
up there. Fluorescent, yeah. But I had planned on mailing CJ a few coins already. And I'm not just going to send him one and say, hey, what do you think of this? I'm going to wait till I, build up like 4 or 5, whatever, and then send it to him. I'm not going to bug anybody or whatever. And then see what he thinks about it. I don't know. I've got a couple more die cracks I sent him one already. He liked it. He took some high res pictures of it, and then maybe CJ can make a video since he has a scope cam, which I got one coming in probably next week. It should be in like not tomorrow Monday, but the next Monday it should be in, and then I can take some good pictures myself. I don't know how CJ is taking his pictures, but he does good pictures. Believe me.
Takes me forever.
Well, you
I'm
take
the
your
same
time
way.
doing it.
I'm constantly tweaking them.
You take your time doing it, right? Just like you did on that die crack I sent you. That we've never seen a die crack in that area of a Lincoln Penny. But guess what? J.C. Stevens seen quite a few of them. He wasn't interested in the die crack because it didn't go from rim to rim. It was a starting stage of it though.
So Roadrunner says there's an 89D bronze known. So um it so that could be put into a category called rarities. So the rarities of, say, the 43 bronze, the 44 steel, late memorial bronze planchets, the
A
Kennedy
penultimate rarity.
post 70 silver planchets. All of those can be put into into a rarity group, so people can learn specifically about the rarities and to be able to know, here are the rarities, and here is why those rarities exist.
Double denomination versus struck on wrong planchet. That's another one.
What
But you won't
category
find
would
much
you?
on it either.
But what kind of category would you put that in?
Oh, that's definitely a mint error.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I'm
I
writing
missed
down
some of that.
as fast as I can here. Hold on.
That's cool, dude.
So stuff like specifically die errors. So
Oh, okay.
the die errors could be clashes, could be
Heels,
polishing, like on the 69S, could be struck throughs, could be
drop letters.
which includes grease, drop letters, silver nitrate. I'm getting to you in just 1 second, sir. Let's see. So that can be like all of the die specific related, things that can happen to dies. Grading coins. That I think is a really good group by itself.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
It
Also
needs to be.
in dies, could be broad strikes. Because it's a little bit more involving the color, but it's the
Well,
type
color that too. Yeah.
of it's in the strike chamber, so that can be also in the rarities. Coins struck on the wrong planchets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Misaligned dies compared to offset.
Yeah, off center versus misaligned, and I've got that,
Right.
and that can
Okay.
be one in itself if I can find enough videos, or I can put that into like the die category.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So hold on, I gotta roll up to Silver Nitrate. Tutorial on the best way to sell coins on eBay. Bin versus putting something out there with a best offer versus
You know what the best way is?
regular
Don't sell
auction
anything.
and number one auction. So different ways of selling coins, that could be one.
Of selling coins, period. Yes.
Yeah, just selling coins, because that is definitely something that could be um that could whew, we can load that one. And so to throw this out here, if you guys are getting ideas off of this conversation, then, and you guys want to do a video, by all means do one. What I'm looking for specifically right now is I'm looking for categories or groups of videos that are out there right now to be put into playlists. So that playlists, when somebody is viewing, um, um, I lost it. It was right there. When they are viewing, playlists, they have an option. They have, multiple videos that they can learn on a topic, and that's really what I'm, um, that I would like to put together, because there are a ton of videos. There's just not a lot of of um of playlists.
Right.
So if a lot of these videos can be incorporated into playlists, um, then if somebody comes across a playlist via a search or from a link that is posted on, like, say, Facebook or something else, then that gives them a ton more references and a ton more, what's the word I'm looking for,
I got another
You know,
good idea, like tips and
ways
tricks.
ways to learn.
Just little helpful hints and tips and tricks and stuff.
In what, like, for what?
Collecting in general, coin collecting in general.
Okay, coin
Like that
collecting.
one I did of the toothpick with the flip, and then you put the coin on that, and then the
Okay.
toothpick holds the flip open, stuff like that.
So coin collecting can be 230 videos long. I don't
Bazillion
just
videos.
load that one.
oh, you
um
mean the way Ken takes a coin out the flip and puts it back in?
no, he put um thing underneath to get one side up
Hey,
without
just stick a
holding it.
toothpick in there; it does the same thing. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't come up with that one.
So rarities, the W dime and the S. So like mint marks could be one, because that could be something that would be referenced in mint marks, as far as what the mint marks are, what they mean, where they located, any particular rarities or whatever, that can be rolled into mint marks. So mint
Yes.
marks is a great one, because you can put in any videos that are referencing RPMs or over mint marks or inverted mint marks. All of that can be rolled into that.
1989 being the last date, you'll see a repunchment mark.
Right. Yeah, we got all kinds of.
Was it 89 or?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a target-rich environment.
Yeah, 89 was the last year that they hand punched them.
Mm-hmm.
Rhonda, I did
Alright.
reference, it's called Error Ref, ERROR-REF.com. The Error Ref is what I reference a lot of people to. And um, just as an overall piece, where they could go to, errorref.com and machine doubling, or incuse, machine doubling, where I can take that topic and I could copy that link. I can go back to, like, Facebook, which is what I do a lot, and paste, not giving them the answer, but pasting them a link to the, information about it. So that when they go to that and they learn about machine doubling, then, that's one thing that they'll know more. And the fact that they're already at that reference, that they can learn other things while they're there. Same concept, only with videos, because people learn a lot with videos.
Yeah, visual aids are always good.
Right, because there is a ton of things that I have lists of what coins to look for in the 90s in Lincolns, right? And I have 14 lists that, half of them match up and half of them don't. But it's not until I actually am going through the coins, one one by one, or if I happen to come across something, then I will remember a video that I saw about it, versus my list, because I don't even know where my lists are. I wrote them on index cards, thinking I was gonna be like, hey, I just flipped through to the one I'm looking for, and I go down my list, and I don't even know where they're at. They're gone.
You
So
can't even find it.
they're
I was gonna
obviously
say,
not
they just-
not doing that great, but I know certain things from watching videos. Like one of the ones is the 1994 DDR on the Lincoln set, the Philly version, where it's got the doubled columns in the last two bays. That
Oh,
I
right.
saw on one of CoinOp's videos, and that is one of those things that completely 100% stuck in my head.
Hey,
That and I got that from a video and not a list somewhere.
Mhm.
I can do a video on how to make webbing, coin webbing, okay, not spider webbing. Next time I cook biscuits for breakfast, I'll make a video and do that. And if you want to get David Carlisle out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning, okay, or any time of the day, I don't care if he's on vacation in Montezuma, Arizona, or wherever Montezuma's revenge started from. If you want to get David Carlisle out of bed, throw coin webbing in the chat and he'll be there in about 2 minutes.
So the mint process or mint production, that is one of those things that we can talk about, how specifically like the dyes are made, how the overall system works, where they put they put that one scoop of W's right in the middle of that giant bag
Oh,
of Denver's, and
yeah.
there's all of those types of videos that explain the mint production, about the what is that, the 1990 no 2014 spill of zinc planchets in Pennsylvania, right? Pennsylvania, New Jersey,
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah.
That explains stuff like that these these coins start out as planchets, that they come from an outside vendor, then they come into the mint, and then they go through this process. And I'm sure I can find something about how planchets are created, how dyes are created, how and just videos off of of the different dyes on doing the what is it, the enhancement on the proof dyes, the
Mhm.
enhancing with the lasers, something like that can be in a mint production playlist, so people can go in there
Right.
and they can pick what aspect really helps with them. um so the classes of double dyes is one, or double dyes, both the classes and how they're created. So double dyes in itself is going to be a great one. Whoops, I can't spell. I'm fired. I wrote doubled dyes as DOUBLES.
Doubles. There you go.
Oh,
Doubles dyes.
Yeah, you just like it shortened
Did-
everything, the entire sentence.
Hey,
Into doubles.
the D is next to the S. It's a common mistake.
Doubles did. Like I gotta knock some stranger on Facebook, because I always joke about how double die is spelled, and that one guy spelled it how I always joke.
Oh my god.
And I died because he's typed in DOUBLE space DYE, and I'm like, stop the planet, I'm off, I'm out.
I've seen that quite a few times in chat, and if I was in the stream with you, I remember that one time you're talking about.
And I'm just like, come on.
Tie dye,
Um,
tie dye T-shirt.
so the different classes of doubled dyes. So classes, the creation, Coin collecting can be just a hodgepodge of all kinds of things.
Oh
Um,
yeah, oh, millions of things under that
there,
category.
like coin attribution. Um, would that go into double dies?
No, I think that would be a separate subject on its own to teach people
Because that's
how to
one of
go
those that
about.
it's kind of
How,
like it's kind of goes directly with double dies because it's the process of attribution that you attribute double dies.
yeah, but there's a
Right.
process for attribution. First of all, you have to kind of be sure that your coin is that one of a kind or or whatever. Then uh, then there's a process of sending it to Konica, and there's a fee
That's
for them
grading.
to
That's not
just
attribution. That's
examine.
grading.
Well, Konica does attributions also, but there's a
But
fee
that's
for
if you're sending it off, you're still getting it graded.
it. Yeah, but to attribute it to their website, if you have a find, if you found something that you don't see on any of the websites, Wexler's, uh, copper coins, or whatever, if you have a one of a kind find, Konica will accept that coin as I don't know, $10-15 fee, I think it is, and they'll examine it, they'll compare it to their millions of whatever they have in their
Usually,
website.
they will only attribute a new discovery if it comes from a known attributor like Wexler or Wiles. They won't
Oh,
do it. They won't do it by themselves.
they won't do it. An individual person.
When
Yeah.
you send in a new discovery, you generally have to have the piece of paper from the attributor, like James Wiles or John Wexler, with that coin stating that it's a new discovery, and then they will slab it with that new as a new discovery. They don't create the new discoveries.
No, I was speaking of Konica though. They have something in their on their website about if you think you have something that you found that's not listed in our website, you can send it in,
Yeah,
but
that's
there's a
that's
fee. I mean, I thought that was for any individual. Uh,
well, but still,
you know.
anything that you have like that is going to be some kind of doubled die because anything else is just going to be a mint error that any of the grading companies can easily determine.
Oh, so Konica is just double die?
Yeah, that's what Konica is.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was varieties and errors also. I didn't
Well,
know.
it's varieties is it's variety.
Think of
Most of
what
those
Because
are double
I know,
dies.
I know, I
right here.
know Konica and Variety Vista is one and the same, correct?
Mm,
They're affiliated with each other. That was a question that was brought up to me a while back, and I couldn't answer that question.
I don't know.
no, Variety Vista is run by Dr. Wiles,
Yeah, but I
and
thought
I
Konica
don't
was kind
believe that
of.
there's an affiliation there.
I thought Konica was affiliated with Variety Vista, or I might be thinking of another website. Okay, so
So as far as attribution for people, because it's there isn't going to be. I wouldn't look at a video that did a walkthrough. I mean, I would put one probably together, a playlist together, but to do a walkthrough on an attribution would be the same process of doing a walkthrough on sending coins in for grading. So as far as the sending in piece, I would put that under grading coins, whether it was grading or attributions.
yeah, I wasn't speaking about grading. I was just speaking about, like, say, if I found a new type of RPM from 1952 or whatever that I can't match to what I see on all the websites.
Okay, so I'll run it by everybody in the chat. As far as attribution goes, is that going to be something that would be a playlist on its own, or would you put that into a bigger category?
Hmm.
They're coming through.
Because that's one of those in my mind that attribution is a process that you attribute errors and double dies, but that could be or I could
I think I've got a different dictionary in my brain right now about the meaning of attribution. You know,
Grading is a form of attribution. I mean, it's an attribute. The grade of the coin is an attribute of that coin.
yeah. I'm not speaking of grading though. I was just talking about if I find something that's odd and it's not listed, you know,
okay, so people are saying making its own playlist. There you go.
and I want to
The people have spoken.
just, oh, okay. Well, I
So
wasn't even on that subject. I was on something else, but
attribution.
yeah,
There we go.
okay.
So what else would you guys like to see? Like if you were to type in topic and you got a playlist with a bunch of videos on that topic, what are some of the things that you guys would like to see?
Coin collecting software.
Is there any videos on coin collecting software?
Not very many, if there are any.
I
But
don't know.
I use Coin Manage myself. Something I paid for a couple of years ago. It's pretty good. I could probably dig up a couple.
So I did a search and there are 0 playlists, and the entire first page is just coin manage, with the exception of one, which is called Easy Coin. So
Might have to go to Google. Well, actually, that might be a video I can do.
there you go. See, this works. This works around.
Good to get the juices flowing. I gotta figure out some kind of permanent station for this microphone, but I don't have a proper desk per se.
You get like one of those clampy bits.
Yeah, it's got the boom, it's got the windscreen, it's got the anti-popping guard, all that stuff.
So 1982, the 1960s, and the 1970s, then all of those can be in a larger category called small, large dates. Stuff like MD versus double dies. I'm sure that I can fill up a playlist of those. Stuff like the clipped planchet, I think that could be in one that is labeled like coin errors or planchet errors, or because that could really be anything like the wood grain could be in there. There could be missing clad layers. It could be struck throughs. It could be like all of those different things.
Anything dealing specifically with planchets, yep.
Okay, I just thought of two more
Because
subjects or
oh,
topics,
okay,
whatever.
hold on, 1 second, sir. Any type of planchet errors.
Boo boos. Hidden set.
Um,
That bad, huh, Melissa?
okay, what do you got?
Okay, coin collecting supplies,
That's under coin
non
collecting.
non electronic and electronic equipment
That
like
would be under
coin
coin collecting.
coin scopes.
That would be under
You
coin
know,
collecting.
okay. Uh, non electronics would be how to store coin. Uh,
Yes.
folders you can buy pre-made with the holes in them from companies, various companies.
Broader.
Whitman folders, Littleton Coin Companies, the flips you buy, the Mylar flips you buy, cardboard flips, you know, like that.
Broader, Cajun. Think bigger.
Think bigger.
Yep.
Okay. Well, coin collecting would be
Eager.
Yeah, coin
a
collecting in
make
general could be a massive group by itself, and
yeah.
there could be smaller groups inside of that. But coin collecting as a group is going to have all of your videos on how to start coin collecting, what to use, tools to use. That would include anything dealing with scope walkthroughs, software walkthroughs. That's all going to be rolled into coin collecting.
Okay.
Yep, that's going to be my next video software for sure. In fact, I might make that my topic for the next video coin seminar.
So grading
There you go.
coins. I have a note cleaning coins, but that may be under something else. Like I don't think that there was enough under um
Stuff you should never do.
right. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
57 videos of what not to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Um
we were talking about Coin Help You earlier, with Daniel, and he has a video that he put out, I want to say about a little over a year ago, and he has a way to clean silver coins or like quarters, nickel clad, with e-zest, and the proper way to do it, and the way he explains it, and they do it in his coin shop a lot. PCGS, uh, he says PCGS will not downgrade the coin for it being clean if you do it this way. I don't know if y'all seen that video. I just thought I'd
I would
throw that
never
in there.
point somebody towards something that says if you're going to clean your coins, this is how you do it.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm not saying that neither, but I was just mentioning the fact that Coin Help You Daniel does have that one video out, and I've never tried it. I don't own eZest, or any coin cleaning material. Oh, I got dishwashing soap, but that's not for my coins. That's for my dishes.
Exactly. Yeah. Brillo. Bill.
Yeah, Brillo Wild Bill.
So Rhonda says, "How about people like me who want to be sellers, not collectors?" Well, that would be in. I have a category called selling coins, and that could be in that.
But if you want to be a seller, you have to have knowledge of what are you are buying and what you are selling. Because if
Want to make
somebody, if
$1,000 selling coins? Start with $2,000.
right, because Rhonda, if you open a shop or buying from people, friends, or what have you, and want to resell on eBay, if they bring you a coin and says it's this, like say a 69S double dot, Well, you have to confirm that that is a 69S double die before you buy it. Because if they want $1,000 for it and you pay them 1,000 and it's not a real true blue double die, and you go to sell it for 2,000, guess what? It's worth a penny, or well, maybe a nickel. That's one. That's my take on buying and selling coins. You have to
Oh God.
be very
Okay.
educated in it.
Can you guys think of any other non coin cleaning topics that you guys would look for?
Yeah. Oh, Rhonda said I soaked mine in Coke for 6 months.
Oh,
Well,
please no. Please no.
Ken
No,
never said that, and he just said, oh, he might have mentioned something as a joke, uh, about yeah, soak it in Coke for a little while, and then it'll be pitted, but it'll be clean. Yeah. Coke is an acid. You can take Coke and pour it on your battery, your car battery, your truck battery, and that Coke acid will eat up all that battery acid, that corrosion on that battery terminal. That's why I don't drink Coke unless you got some.
Okay,
Get out of here, Jack.
storage for coins could be
but
possibly a subcategory under coin collecting, because
Right.
that could be a large enough category where there is a bunch of videos on different ways to store coins, and I agree with that.
Yep. I had brought it up earlier. Storage, flips or coin folders. That's storage, isn't it? Or are you talking about a safe?
Well, no, it's I'm looking for categories like topics, because
Right.
if these are all going to be if these are going to be playlists, then somebody is going to think about if you are going to search for something and you type in coin storage, right? Because you want to learn about coin storage. Then the
Right.
idea is that the playlist that has all of these different videos on coin storage are all rolled into one, so that you can go through and get ideas about coin storage.
Right. It'll pop up. Uh, oh, coffee can. Yeah. A lot of people done that a
flips,
long time ago.
rolls, yeah, all that.
Uh,
Tubes.
Let's see.
how about I don't know what this would be in, but it's just a thought. How to ship coins, mail coins,
That
okay,
that could
like that.
be selling or storage. I mean, that could something like that could be in technically both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, storage would have to do with this. For your tubes, that this would be in the category of storage. Labeling your coins, inventorying your coins, keeping track of them.
I can't tell you how many different systems I came up with over the years to categorize and label and store stuff.
Uh,
And I wind up, poop canning it a week later because it's way too involved and
Yeah,
didn't
so
think hard about it.
so do's and don'ts in coin collecting, and that can be in the main category of coin collecting, but like what other like topics? Because like I think we're getting more on just the individual videos, and what I'm looking for is topics of videos.
Yeah,
That's what I was
I think
talking
I'm
about.
tapped.
You could have a topic on shipping
But
and
that's
get
that's a one video.
no, no, no.
You
You
can
could
do that
have
in one
people.
video. I'm not going to load a playlist with 17 people that ship coins the same way. It doesn't make sense. and you're not learning anything from that.
Yeah, but you have 17 different people that ship 17 different ways. So you pick the best one that goes with you. If I want to ship 2 pennies, okay, I'm not going to put it in this. I'm going to put it in a little short envelope like that, and it'll cost 70 cents to mail it. There's more than one way to mail a coin or a bunch of coins.
But that's something that somebody doesn't need to go through a bunch of videos and learn themselves. Like that's something that they could just decide how they're going to ship a coin.
Okay, well, I figured shipping coins would be a topic, and then you could have a playlist on top on that.
So the other categories, so I've got like the small date, large date, the 1982, 1960, 1970, machine doubling versus double dies, anything dealing with errors of planchets. So whether that be a clipped planchet, clad layer, anything like that. Specifically on series of coins like the 2 cent, the difference between the small and large mottos. Grading coins is one. Rarities such as 1943 bronze, 44 steel, the late memorials that are struck on copper bronze planchets, wrong planchets or foreign planchets, selling coins, coin collecting, and that's just a big category. Mint marks, mint production or mint processes,
That's a
Yeah.
beast right there.
um, double
Information.
dies, breaking down like with the idea of classes, the creation, attribution of double dies. Pickup points can be inside that as well. Then I have attribution itself, pickup points. Um, I don't know what else to put on that one.
We've definitely got enough for a great start.
Yeah.
So the repunch mint marks I would put under mint marks. So under the category of mint marks, that it would be anything dealing with mint marks. So it would be um, what the mint marks are, where they're located, why are they there, repunch mint marks, over mint marks, all of those different kinds of things would be inside the mint marks playlist. So that if you just wanted to run a playlist on different things about mint marks, then you could just hit play all, and then just whatever you learn off of mint marks, it's that style. That setup is what I'm going for.
Right. Yeah. Because what you doing tonight? You're looking for ideas on subject subjects, topics, and what videos to put in that particular playlist. You're not looking for ideas on how to title a video. I understand that.
So, and like what Wild Bill says is that there's a lot of stuff in the hobby that is up to personal preference. So, like the type of flips people use. um
Right.
wh-
Perfect.
when I first started, I was using the paper ones and I stapled the crap out of them, right? But now I'm only using plastic ones, and I feel like that the plastic ones are easier for me to use because there's a lot more that I can do with them.
Right. Yeah. As in reusing. Take a coin out, put it to a better holder, and then reuse that plastic flip to put uh, another coin in that needs to be in a plastic flip instead of cardboard flip. Okay, I see pups in the chat. Pups.
Pickup
Do
points.
you,
So,
pickup points. Okay.
pickup points is, and this is one of those things that people learn differently. So, what Mike is saying is that pickup points should not be under attribution. But if you were looking at a coin and you were referencing known listings of, say, doubled dies, for example, um, there will be certain things that will be pickup points
You will need those.
on that coin. So, pickup points
Oh.
is something that is, it could be pickup points. It could be a video in itself.
Oh, I know what they. I know what pickup points are. That's what like dial markers and stuff like that. But I
Right.
didn't know what PUP standard for.
Yeah, pickup points.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and that could be, and that goes into, how some people think that of what attribution means. Well, attribution to Mike may, that he thinks, I'm assuming, or, just the possibility that he may think that attribution means sending it into, into somebody, and that would be a service of attribution. But attributing coins yourself is having a coin and referencing it against a list of known whatevers. That process is actually called attribution.
You can't hear my fan at all, can you? No? Good.
What'd you say? Frank said something. I couldn't hardly make out what he said.
Something about a
A
fan.
little too far away. You can't even hear my fan, can you?
If I dropped my BU roll off Mark Dimes, what do I call that game? I call that game picking it up.
Yeah.
I call that
a little,
play.
You just dropped your marbles.
making a little joke in the chat, being facetious. It wouldn't be 52 card pickup, that's for sure. It'd be 50 dime pickup.
The 40 dime disaster.
So let's see. Mike says pickup points need to be used in different die stages, and that needs to be taught, and that can be taught in in if there was a video that specifically talked about pickup points. That video can be inside a playlist that talks about that is in the attribution playlist, that is in the doubled dies playlist. It can be under the die playlist where it talks about all the things that happen to the dies that then you could see on the coin. So that if there is a video in there, that specifically talks about pickup points, then that one video could be in multiple playlists. And that's the whole, that's the whole point, is that it can be, if there is a video that we come across and that can be added to more than one category so that people can learn the same information just different, from a different way, then yeah, that's the whole point.
Never mind what my marbles are made out of.
Yeah, Frank is the only guy in here that has like $6,000 worth of band equipment. Drives a
What?
$5,000, $10,000 truck. Drives 100 miles to play a gig for $60.
You lost me, buddy.
Overlay could be in attributions if there's stuff like overlays.
Being able to create overlays would be like coin collecting or software.
Right, but yeah, but that's a video in itself, not a playlist.
True.
Right.
Damn it, peanuts.
Have you guys seen any videos on terms or language?
Nomenclature, verbiage. Not videos, but I've used pretty much Lincoln Set Resource exclusively. I mean, it covers other coins, not just Lincoln Sets, obviously, because they can all be afflicted with the same things.
You mean like different words for different coins? What people call different coins?
Just like a
One,
generalized nomenclature type.
2, 3, 4.
Because we call the Lincoln cent
Like
a
A to Z
penny.
type
We
thing.
call a 10-cent piece a dime, which is saying on the dime, one dime. Canada has their own. They call it 10 cents. They don't call them dimes in Canada. We call it a nickel. It says 5 cents on the coin. I mean, is that what you're talking about? Slang, like Mike said.
So a verbiage or not technology, I'm sorry, terminology
Right.
can be a category because I'm looking at
Yep.
on the first page and a half there are 1, 2, 3 playlists and a boatload of videos.
Captain Obvious. Well, I was a 100-ton licensed Coast Guard captain at one time, but
Oh, I wonder if you know my ex brother-in-law. Well, the Coast Guard's pretty big, but
well, yeah, the Gulf of Mexico is huge.
me too.
If he's a Cooney, yeah, I would probably know him. Probably talk to him on the radio one time or another. Uh,
So abbreviations, verbiage, terminology, all of
right.
that can be in a category.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
True that.
Let me think.
Well, I'm down to my last, I want to say 30 cents of this box. Nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
Not like the last couple have been. Although that 84 was an aberration, obviously.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water here.
I don't.
Okay. What you going through, Frank? Some pennies or
Just cents, yeah. Lincoln's.
Lincoln?
See, every once in a while I'll go to the bank and I'll get a box and I'll look inside. Well, I don't get like a sealed box. I go in, I have a $10 box that I take with me and I just get $10 at a time.
Right.
Sometimes I'll see the rolls and they'll have these little magic marker spots on them.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they took a Sharpie and made a black dot on them. Sometimes it's a red dot and sometimes it's a yellow one. I always thought that was just like bank stuff. Like they were doing things internally.
Yeah.
I think there's another collector out here that's like marking stuff he's been through.
All right.
Right. Right.
It's more probably the case.
Well, Frank, were you close to my age, aren't you?
I'll be 53 in September.
Okay, you close to my age. I got a couple years on you. I thought. Anyway, do you
Congratulations,
remember
19.
when you was a kid? They had the 25-cent penny rolls and the 50-cent penny rolls.
Oh, real little. Yeah, I think my grandparents might have had a few laying around.
Right.
Like
Okay.
laying around that. I
So,
never dealt with them or anything. No.
well, when I was coin roll hunting,
Ooh,
looking for
Mike,
Lincoln
good one.
cents in 1969, 1970, I remember they had two different penny roll wrappers. and one was a lot longer than the other. And I remember it was longer. One was longer than some other ones in the teller trays, and some were a lot shorter. And my little short fingers, when I was 6, 7 years old, I could roll the shorter rolls easier. So yeah, it might be the 25-cent penny wrappers they had back then. Then they did away with them like in the mid 70s.
All I did back then was like Phil freaking Whitman folders.
Okay, because I was
Like when I
going
was
through
that
penny
age, I would just
rolls.
press them into the board and be done with them.
I was going through penny rolls, and I had to re-roll them, and then go, back to the teller, and they knew what I was doing. You know, I started young coin collecting. So anyway, but okay, I'm gonna let y'all have the soapbox now.
So Mike came up with one, and that was pattern coins. Like all the stuff about pattern coins, which I think
Oh,
that's a great idea.
That is a great
yeah,
Because
that's
you type in pattern coins, and
idea. Boom, 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 boom.
there is not a single playlist on pattern coins.
No?
Nope.
Wait a minute. Oh,
So I
you know what?
got
I'm thinking of something else, not pattern.
pattern coins. What are pattern coins? There's one video. Pattern coins. What is that from? Numismatics. Okay, so there's a second one. More pattern coins. There's a third video. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Colonial
Oh,
coins. Coin Week videos.
I think I just looked at the exact same one you did when you said that. That's freaky.
So, but otherwise, there's no, like, I'm scrolling down like a couple of pages, and like I don't see any playlists yet.
No, and then after like about half a page, you start seeing the fuzzy answers, the ones that have nothing to do with it, but have the
Right.
words. How the first U.S. mint coinage dies were made. Ooh, I'd like to watch that one.
Let's see. Mike says, I thought I had found a pattern coin on USA Coinbook for sale. It was an Indian head with the reverse of a flying eagle. That could have been a there was some Civil War tokens that actually had very, very similar obverse and reverse dies to the Indian head and the flying eagle.
Open the pod bay doors.
And I know that because my brain is still bleeding from that one.
You don't say.
Oh,
I know, man.
yeah. When they have like 4,000 list like known specific like reverse dies, I'm like, oh, Jiminy Christmas. Because like at first it was just a thing, and then shops started popping up where like you had like your major engravers, pattern makers, what do they call them? Pattern strikers, or there's another term in there that I'm missing. And then it was like, these people were making store cards and all of this other stuff, and it was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Some store cards are. I got that one from New York, the pie shop that's got the shattered die.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. I got that one from Robert, I want to say. I'm pretty sure we got it last year. But it's just such a cool example. Like, I had to have one.
Right. So pattern coins. Another
Yep.
one that could be done is playlists that deal with either the coin series or the coin denominations. So if there's something about, like, say, the nickel, like, going through the nickel or whatever, that could be a playlist in itself. Or if it's just on the series, say, like Jefferson Nichols.
Historic references.
What do you mean?
Like if there's a commemorative, what they commemorate.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I can do some playlists because I've been working on the commemorative series just on videos.
Mm-hmm. God, those things are tough.
Oh,
And to find them really, really nice.
yeah, all graded.
Yeah, that's a rock, man. All right, how do I get this off here? If I make a lot of noise, I'm sorry. Actually, let me turn my mic off here.
So what other, like, categories, subjects, um would you guys in the chat, like, think about, like, if you were gonna type something in to search, um like, what is that topic that you would search for? Rhonda found a penny that has Kennedy's face looking at Lincoln. Yeah, that's a counter stamp. And that came out in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of them did. There was similarities between both presidencies apparently, and they used to come with this little propaganda card. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. And they were sold for like a buck or two with the little card, all that saying this is a real penny, which it was.
Like
That was
1863, 1963.
that was the half dollars. With on the Kennedy halves, they were kind of stamped, but the one she's talking about was the was 19. I forget what year it was, but it was commemorate like because Lincoln and Kennedy had so much in common, and it said all that on that little card. I remember
Right.
those from way back when. Some kind of anniversary of them two or something.
So, Rhonda, coins that have been altered would be in the category of, like, anything that it has to deal with the coin itself, like any kind of planchet errors. Like, counter stamps would be one that would be in there. Specific, like, stuff like damage. There's no way to do a playlist on that.
Mm,
Or is there? I mean,
Cajun's phone.
yeah, I know.
Why is it me? I mean, I seen something drop down, but it's people in here that are talking to each other.
No, there's some notification that's showing up on your phone that your mic is picking up the noise.
Like it's vibrating.
Yeah, but I seen it drop down on my screen, but
Or set
it's
on vibrating or something.
it's from Guns and uh, Coin Collector Ohio, but I'm not in that conversation.
Well, I hope that helps a little bit, CJ.
Yeah, I mean, that
I'm gonna take off.
put a I
Check
got
this
like
out.
almost a full page.
Whoops.
Of what?
Well,
of categories to put playlists together on.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, a nice St. Gaudens.
What's up, Frank? You're shipping me some coins?
I have considered that instead of a couple other things I got. But, yeah. And a trade dollar and a couple other things. But anywho, yep, I'm going to split.
Cool.
Y'all take care.
Thanks for stopping by, Ben.
Okay, no problem. Anytime. Take it easy, guys.
Hey, Frank. Later, buddy.
So I searched like damaged coin, and there are a bunch of videos that come up. There's no playlist, but the thing is that like somebody isn't going to search like any YouTube search damaged coins.
Let me see. Post-mint damage.
No, because that's what the answer is going to be, but that's not what they're going to search.
Oh, okay. Why is my coin damaged, or is this damage, or how can I tell a damaged coin from a error coin? Trying to see which one I'm in right now. I've got something from Frank.
So counter stamps and plating would be in the category of like the coin itself. So like any type of dealings with the planchet. So plating issues, actual errors like missing plating, counter stamps is going to be on there. Rotation can be in there. Rotation could also be on the dies side of it. Clipped planchets.
Hello, investment. How you doing, bud? Run the I searched under, is this mint or circulation? Okay, I'm not getting that one. Oh, MS condition or circulation. Well, that would be under mint state coins. I didn't catch all of that what you said earlier on all the topics, but
So I did a search for mint error or damage, and there's lots of videos, but not really that anything that would help. Like it's just videos of pictures of damaged coins, and that's I don't feel that somebody would gain any benefit with that when we have the Q&A that can
right.
decide that for that purpose. The Q&A or any other like error ref is a one-stop shop on either mint types of errors or post mint damage. I mean, it has it has a lot of that on there, and that's that's a go-to reference. But as far as playlists on post mint damage or damages, like you could have 14,000 videos of just whatever, pictures of a coin, and somebody could classify it as post mint damage.
Yeah, post mint damage that can go with a million different things. I can think of 100 different coin companies, or not coin, yeah, coin companies that enamel paint, Walking Liberty not Walking Liberty half dollars, American Silver Eagles. That's post mint damage, and they sell them for 5 times the amount of what the eagle is
See,
actually
if
worth.
if there was a video or a playlist that had just videos on post mint damage, that would be something that somebody would find the playlist for. Like if you went to a channel and you were looking at playlists.
Okay, so all this is going to go in a YouTube channel, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
What is a certified grader attribution expert vid? I'm not sure what your question is, Roadrunner. And Mike, to answer your question, yes. Um, I don't have a date. How they grade. I think PCGS has put out a video series on how they grade coins.
Yeah, they do have a couple videos. They don't get down to the brass tacks of it and show you how they grade, but I think most of the time they point you to the link uh, in their website.
Now
Go to
they have
Photograde.
webinars. They have webinars about coin grading
Right. Oh,
101.
okay.
They have coin grading, counterfeit detection, and
Oh,
they
yeah. Yeah. I've seen all those. Yeah.
yeah.
But anything above a mint state 65, 63 to 65, because people have uh, posed a question to us on a panel already. What me and you, Ken, Blues, have been live like this, and they send in a picture and they say, "What is this grade at?" Well, it's hard to grade anything above a 64, 65 from a picture. You
So
have to have the
Roadrunner,
coin in
the
hand.
actual system of slabbing a coin could be in the grading coins category.
Yes, Wild Bill, Photograde on PCGS's website. In fact, Ken used it what 2 months ago on Trey's AU-55 Morgan dollar.
I use Photograde all the time.
Yeah, I mean the actual system of slabbing a coin. Oh, you mean the process, how they put it in the slab and put the
But
label
that's
in and all
but
that?
but specifically that process, that single process of, can you turn off your vibrate, bud?
I don't, I don't see anything on here. Hold on, let me go back here.
But
I,
the physical process of a slabbing the coin could be a single video in itself, not necessarily a video series or a playlist. There's no step-by-step process, vids or education. Um, well, Roadrunner, that's a great idea for you to to do some videos on the step-by-step process on how to slab a coin.
Okay, Rhonda. Yeah, it was showing me I was in a conversation for 10 minutes and I didn't even know I was in that conversation in Hangouts. I don't know how that does it. How do I mean, it's off now, but how do I keep them from just adding me without me knowing about it? I know it's a long explanation. Hey, Mickey, how you doing? Mickey Rosbank.
Hmm.
And I can't hear that. The only thing I get is a drop screen notification, and it's not even me mentioned in there, but somebody just added me in that conversation.
The old conversations in Hangouts, you can basically either archive them or delete them, so
Everything
you
I
don't get
del-
notifications from.
I delete everything, but this is a new conversation.
Thanks for stopping by, Bill. Appreciate it, man.
All right, Wild Bill and
Well,
Rhonda. I
Roadrunner,
have
their processes are not clearly recorded because that's proprietary. That's that's their process. That's not something that is deliberately recorded and uploaded to YouTube when it's their process.
yeah. They're not going to show you how they grade a coin, because they don't want you to see exactly how they do it. I guess. I've seen a few PCGS videos on different things, but I never really got down deep into their video archives on it because I don't know if it was just if I wasn't looking for the right thing or the right verbiage in the title of a video.
They could thought you had to accept.
Oh, she's talking about that conversation I was in. That 10 minute. It was only a 10 minute conversation I was in. I wasn't even in it. Somebody started it, and I guess somebody added me to it.
What's up, Hector?
Hey, Hector, how you doing, mon ami? We're just talking about uh, subject titles for uh, playlists. CJ wants to start something for uh, education.
I mean,
So
it's not really education. It's just it's a conglomeration of video of videos that people can go into and
learn
um yeah, like, and they could learn like the same information, but um from multiple, multiple
opinions.
um multiple avenues.
Right. There you get like a playlist with that one subject line, like on the mint mark, and then you have a bunch of different videos on it. That's what we
Uh, yeah,
getting into, Hector.
the different categories is why kind of I started this live stream is to get a list. So because what I personally would like to do and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building these playlists so that if you know and they're gonna be public playlists so you guys can do whatever you want with them. But so that somebody can the copy the link to the playlist and then put that in like over on Facebook or or anything like that where somebody can go from Facebook or on a like on a website or forum or whatever and then can come to the YouTube side where we have all of these great channels producing all of these videos and they can be um, um, they can learn through these different topics. So that's I I'm gonna I was starting this on my channel, but like the thing is that it doesn't have to just stay on my channel. You guys can make your own like your own playlist, but you know, I was already making playlists for categories because I like to have things like um like things organized. So if I have a bunch of videos, like I already have 9 videos in a playlist for the 1982 small date and large date, and there's all of those different ways that people can that have shown how to tell the difference between large date and small date. That I've already learned, but it's always one of those things that I like to have around just in case. Like I'm talking with somebody and they're like, I don't know how to tell the difference between the 82 small date and large date or whatever, and I could say, hey, well, here's this link to this playlist where it has all these different videos, and then they can go and learn different ways to get the same information. So supplies, I have that under coin collecting. So coin collecting can be a massive category just in itself with like sub playlists that specifically talking about supplies or storage or the different tools that you'll need or all of those different things. So a lot of that is in that it will be in the coin collecting um playlists or yeah.
And he just posed a question also about cameras or taking pictures of coins, like I had brought up earlier. Coin
Yeah.
scopes. Oh, who to contact in the coin community? Hey, I didn't hear that one yet
Well, but
or see it.
how do you make a playlist of who to contact in the community?
Uh, well, if they want their email to be known, like me, I don't care. I could type it in chat. That's public information.
How do you
Can
make a playlist?
oh, not a playlist, but oh yeah, I see what you're getting at. A video about it.
Not a playlist.
A video on who's who in the coin community
You
today.
can also say the playlist that you can use it to build your subscribers. So that would be the benefit of of videos in a playlist, because and that's why I want a good group of different videos to put in these playlists, because if they go through and say that they'll watch a video, one of my videos, and they think I'm a big stupid face and they don't like how I'm explaining something, but then they go over to say like Coin Dragon and look at a video and they say this guy talks to me, this guy really, I really learn from him, then then they'll go to Coin Dragon's website or channel and be able to subscribe to him and to watch his other videos on other topics. So so yes, the result of having videos in these different categories would ideally mean that you would have more people coming to your channel, and therefore getting more subscribers, more watch time, and like stuff like that. And that's just a end, and that is just a result of the process, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and if like say if I have a video uh, in that playlist and my email is in my description box, which if I don't forget to add my email in my description box, then that's in there. And like Hector just said, that's how he met me. Actually, he didn't meet me actually through uh, a live stream. I commented on one of his videos, or I might have got picked his name up, or he subbed me from a live stream. But I watched his videos when he was helping some friends clean their house, and he scored on a lot of coins, some old coins. So I typed in
So
his comments,
right there between what Roadrunner says and what Rhonda says is exactly the point of this, that people present information better and people learn things differently. And that's what I'm trying to do, because I can come
right,
up easily with 9 videos that explain the same information. 1982, small date, large date. I have 9 videos that explain specifically that, right?
okay,
But each way is different.
right,
And that's the key, is that playlist, because then when somebody comes to YouTube and they type in 1982 small date, then these playlists will show up in
right.
in the search instead of individual videos. And those playlists are more apt to have somebody click on it when they want to learn like multiple ways, or different avenues of whatever topic that they're on, because you have the first thing that comes up is the first button that you can click on is play all, and that will automatically start playing that playlist with the very first video. And the videos can be organized based off of date, based off of popularity, based off of whatever. So
How
um
long it is? How long it is?
I'm not sure if there's settings for to sort it by
Okay,
that.
because if you have a video that's say 40 minutes long, but you keep repeating the same thing over and over, and I'm not talking about you in general, just say a video, but you're trying to uh, hype yourself up for subscriptions or this and that and the other. Like a couple of people I know, uh, when I make a video, I don't hype myself up. Please add me all this stuff. I don't even mention that. But and I make my videos, just shout out videos. uh, 6, 7 minutes long. Some are 3 minutes, 4 minutes. But like one particular guy, he has 16-minute videos, and then the last 4 minutes of it, he comes down to the point on the title of the video. That's when he really starts talking about the title of the video.
I mean, but videos like that would just depend on if it's like a shout out video and for 75% of the time, and then the last like 4 minutes is actually information, then I'm not going to add that video to a playlist because I don't
Right,
feel that that's going to
right,
help anybody. That the videos that I would add to a playlist is something that I would watch because it would be based off of, hey, I that's something that I want to learn, and they are going to talk about that topic.
right, right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm getting at. There's a guy, he'll talk the same thing about 4 times, and it's the same exact thing. He just comes back to it. Me, when I make a video, if it's going to be on something, it's going to be straight to the point. 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I'm not worried about my subscribers. I'm not worried about monetizing, and all this stuff. It's going to be to that point, which my videos are, uh, they're not educational videos, put it that way. It's mail call videos or shout outs, stuff like that. I think I do have a couple of videos on coins that just pertain to that coin, or me just talking about that one coin. On my other channel that I have, yeah, if my my title is such and such, Briggs and Stratton 7 horse, 6.5 horse carburetor problem. Boom, I'm to the point on it. I show you how to fix that carburetor. Boom, bam, it's done. 6 minutes later, you are you have a when you fix your carb, you have a running lawnmower. I sent a video, a link to Blues Coins on that subject. I got his lawnmower running. It wasn't off my coin channel though. I need to better my videos. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Like
and
we
a lot of this is just a. I know this is going to take time, and I get that. I
Oh
know
yeah.
that this is
Oh
going to
yeah.
be an ever evolving piece where videos are removed or added, and I'm fine with that because then at least the playlist can be searched. The playlist, um, um, the playlist can be viewed, and that the people will gravitate and be exposed to a lot of these channels that don't have a lot of exposure immediately outside the coin community.
Right. Hey Lincoln, thanks for coming in, buddy. Are you on top chat or live chat, CJ?
Live.
Oh, okay. In fact, wasn't in live, but it doesn't matter on something like this. I'm not the host. The
Good night, Lincoln.
host channel is the one that needs to be on live, but I think it does matter if you're a moderator or something.
So, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I need to get some more water. Um, I need a little bit of break, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But if you guys in the chat come up with other categories, or if you guys have ideas on videos to add to categories, please shoot them to me. My email is cjscoincrafts at gmail.com. It is in the chat right now. So go just send me the link of the video. I'll check it out, and this will be something that I'll be working on. When I'm not doing coins or whatever, because
you have a personal life, a family.
no, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. You don't have a
But
personal life?
it's just going to be one of those things that I will continue to work on. So if you guys come across something, then yeah, shoot that to me and we'll get it figured out.
Mike just posed a question. Did you catch that about the camera? Question mark.
Yeah, I read it, but I don't I don't know if he's trying to tell me or if he's trying to tell chat about if you shoot your pics through a magnifier or something or some kind, it will focus using the zoom on the close-up setting.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he put up. Oh yeah, the close up or close up say you can zoom out. See next comment.
But yeah, and he's talking about digital cameras.
Okay, I have no idea about that. I'm not the greatest photographer. That's why I sent you that diecrack Lincoln.
So
And I thank you very much for your time.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Thanks everybody for stopping in. I appreciate it. I need a break.
Okay. All right,
I
CJ.
I will catch you guys later. Thank you.
Utah.